How long have you been in the UK?
This will be my 14 years now.
14 years.
Yeah.
So you did not witness the last three governments in Nigeria. You left when pound was about 200.
200 to, yeah, 200 to 250.
I don't
Yeah.
need to tell you the price now.
I think it's like what 1,000%.
But
Because
do you
1,000.
think moving abroad from Nigeria is it worth it at the end of the day?
It depends on individuals' perspective, the way they look at things.
Okay.
So there are some people that what they want is this serene life,
Okay.
where there are some people that they are here for different reasons, but depending on you.
Who you ask? Or
Yes.
who is dealing with? But
Yes, yeah.
what do you do?
Enterprise architect
Okay.
at the moment. But over the years, I've worked in various sectors. So my journey from retail to finance, now in engineering.
Engineering.
Yeah.
That's a lot of property, money dealing. I'm yet to talk about those two things. You had your own fair share, or people telling you this is not possible when you came in. That's not possible. I want you to talk on that.
Okay, when I first got there, Coventry, the first thing people were telling me is care, and I told myself, no, I can't.
Come and do care. They said there's money in care.
Yes, I believe there is normal money in care, but look at it, like you need to put in the hours.
Well, because that's what I don't have. Because I remember when I came in before I entered profession, and someone told me specifically, these were his words. If you go into a professional setting, you'll not be able to pick shift, or you'll not be able to do the numbers. I'm like, so I don't have 14 hours a day to give anyone. That's my life. I needed to be able to do something. So was that the same with you?
Yes. So now I'm going somewhere that okay. Then I told myself it's better I work in a retail space rather than working in the care, because naturally I don't want to do it. It's not, but because I had choice.
Of course.
Yeah, because I got a role in the retail sector.
Is it because you have the skills also?
No. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, I came in as a student, and I saw Nigerians. I think they are like 15.
Okay.
Hello. Where are you guys going? They just told me they are going to job center. Well, where is job center? Oh. I just followed them.
Oh.
So we filled the form, and then Tesco was recruiting because they were opening another warehouse in Daventry.
Okay.
So we filled the form. Out of 15, I was part of the 5 that they invited for interview. So out of the 5, I was the only one that got the job. So I got in February. I got job in March, permanent role, part-time students, 15 hours. Then I started in June. So because I had choice, I can make. Although I have mindset, I don't want to do care, but I have that mindset. So after that, I was working there. But during the conversation, I was saying that I want to work in the financial sector. You cannot. There is no money there that they only paying them minimum wage, and so that you can make more in care sector. So I did my analysis that okay, you guys will do 12-hour shifts. You guys will do 14-hour shifts. Do I have that time? But to me, I believe about delayed gratifications that and build your experience. So I got into Barclays, from Barclays to Bank of America, and then after Bank of I went to Lloyd's Bank. But that space, that when I
almost covered all the banks in the UK.
So and then when I joined Lloyd's Bank, I was doing like 7 hours a day.
Oh.
And I was making what shift people that are killing themselves.
You will make that number.
Killing themselves with hours. We are making the same. And after myself, this kind of job that you finish from work, you can relax in evening time.
Then you can focus on productive in other areas.
In other areas.
So is it the problem of skills? Because now you say you work here. Is it that there are some skills that our people need to learn or develop? Because some things are not just you can have 2-1. You can have
No,
first
yeah.
class, and you don't have some skills that are workable in this part of the world, that there are some skills that can help. Because of course, it doesn't mean that care is bad. We need,
Well,
it's just that
it's
some
fantastic,
people
yeah.
don't want to do it, which
Yeah.
is valid. But some people want to do it. But if you don't want to do it and you want to do something else, because your life, it's different from your life tragedy is different from there. You
Yeah.
don't want to be compelled, because I believe that's my problem. I don't want to be compelled to do a thing just because that's my only option.
Yeah.
So are there other skills that people need to learn or develop to be able to, give themselves chance?
It's all about your mindset, what you really, really want to do. I tell people, if it is care that is giving you joy, because
Go there.
one thing I believe is that when you do something that makes you happy, even if you are not making money, you will not be weary.
I want to talk about money, mortgage, and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Let me start from this idea that once a new immigrant, Nigeria now, I'm
Yeah.
talking Nigeria specifically now,
Okay.
comes into the UK especially, you will hear, buy this, buy that, so that you can build your credit score. That's how you'll be able to survive in this country. If you don't buy credit things on credit, you'll not be able to build money so that you can buy your mortgage later and the rest of them. Now, because we are not a people that know about credit, about money,
Yeah, yeah, we are not
then we
used
now
to
go
it.
overboard. People buy what they don't need in the name of building credit.
Mm.
People buy things. People just, and then we abuse the process.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? How best can we survive this?
So, okay, I will talk from my own personal experience
Mhm.
because I love to say things that I've gone through.
Okay.
So, the first time I got a credit card was in 2014,
Okay.
and then
That's about a year after you came in.
no. For that, I came in 2011. That was 3 years.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was 3 years because I was everything was buying cash. But at one point, I know that I will get a mortgage, but I didn't know how soon.
Mhm.
So after speaking to right people, you need to. There are some things that you need to speak to the right people. So I must have a value proposition for anything you are doing. You must have like a aim that this is what I want to do. And getting a credit card for me then was the aim was to build just to show that I am credit worthy.
Mhm.
Now I got the credit card, but for every penny I spend on it, I put at the back of my I don't want to pay interest. So I spend, I pay back before that uh, cycle of
You're a bad customer to the bank.
but I'm a good customer to myself. I am a bad customer, but I would, because there is what they call good credit and
Bad credit.
bad credit, which is good basic and bad basic.
Mhm.
So now me spending money on what I do, that will not give me back money,
Mhm.
to me is bad, because you cannot get finance, you cannot get a loan or something, and it's not generating money for you. To me, it doesn't make
So it's
sense.
not so then there is this argument against mortgage and money now,
Okay, yeah.
of when you have this thing, you now buy mortgage. And everybody talk about one person that has bought mortgage, refinanced,
Yeah.
move on that one. But if you gather 10 people in our community, hardly will you find 2 that are doing that.
Mm.
Every 10 know about it, they talk about it.
Yeah.
Hardly will you find 2 that are doing it. But everybody's trying to say, that's how they do it. But then they buy this house.
Mm.
Often they go for houses they can't even afford. Everybody wants a new house. They don't buy, they're not buying with business in the head.
Okay.
And then so I personally, which is what started this conversation, I saw other community, the Asians, the Pakistans, they come here, they are not readily involved in mortgage to live.
Yeah.
They are involved as a business, but other than that, they also buy business.
Mm-hmm.
So I want us to balance this conversation so that we don't. Mortgage is not bad. Mortgage is brilliant. Mortgage is a tool to make it. But how do we balance it that people are not just buying mortgage so that they can post it on social media that 2 years in the UK, see what the Lord has done, and then there's a gbese that You then have to do the work you don't like. You have to stay in a place that you don't like just because you committed yourself to this.
Yeah.
So how do we? Is there a way? Can mortgage be a means of for you to have, like they say, money portfolio?
Yes and yes. To be honest, yes. It can. It's a mortgage is a tool to financial freedom, and is a tool to be successful.
Explain it. Explain it like ABC.
Okay, now so we have a mortgage that is for yourself, that you want to live in the property, which is that is liability.
It's liability.
So because it's anything that is taking money from your pocket every month is liability.
That's one.
Why the other part can be assets, which is when you invest in property and is generating income for you.
Okay.
That is good. That is a good investment where it generates money, and which is not liability. I know most people, when they hear about mortgage, is for them to buy a property where they will live in comfortable, and they start paying towards it, which is a liability. And that one is not a tool to success. You can build equity, but now if you build equity, do you have the capacity or the understanding to get that equity and start generating income for yourself?
Exactly.
So because one thing I understand is that you need to seek understanding, you need to seek knowledge, and you need to read to understand how can I. That's why I said value proposition is key. You need to have as a reason why you are doing something. There are some people that if you say you are building equity, what do you need that equity for? There are some people that will get money from their property and go and build house in Nigeria. So yeah, which is that equity. But there are some people that they'll get their money and invest in another property, that those property will now be funding their lifestyle.
Oh. This new set, when they enter the UK, like you just say, Nigeria, I'm not going back again.
My own case is friends, and because I've been here, my family is here. So what am I looking for? My own mentality is that channel your energy in one place first before you start distributing yourself. You just entered into the UK, and the next year, 2 years, you want to be going to Nigeria. You will not see. You will just be as in everywhere without.
You are everywhere, but you are
no
nowhere.
substance. Yes.
There are some areas that you enter in London. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ibi Jokorodu.
There's lots of areas like that, but you will not see it. So the difference is with Nigeria and here is that there is dignity of labor.
Oh.
So now, because how will I put it, is that minimum wage is there.
Good.
Unlike Nigeria, that they do not cap the minimum wage.
Most of you that have been here for over 10 years, 14 years, you heard information, in my own opinion. You guys are not showing us the way. And I understand that there are not many of you that are doing these things, because I will tell you what, I remember.
Can I just let
time that you gave our generation. Yeah. So last 5 years. Yeah.
Which one is my camera? This one.
This is your camera.
So now most people that are new don't ask questions. They feel they know it all, and we just look at them. Do it.
Go and fall.
I, as a person, if I see you doing something right, and I could see that I like your kind of person, I'll come close to you and start asking you questions. But most of them will not ask you questions, and you cannot force yourself on people. You cannot, if they don't come to you, you cannot be calling them as if you are showing off. Does that mean does that? But if someone comes to you, I believe anybody that is doing well, if they come to you, you want to share.
Okay.
You want to share. I believe so. And most of your generation, they believe they know it all. I've heard someone that just came in that is telling a student that you don't have to pay tax. Yes, you don't have to pay tax. Yes, but you can't be giving wrong information. And it depends that they are charging him or her tax. And I said, yes, but you don't know something. Maybe the person has gone over their allowance, which is
That's
their,
1-2.
yes. You don't know if they've gone over, but he said never. They should not. Calm down now. You've not even spent a year. You've not even changed your status.
Someone said that. Someone said that this new batch, we the new UK batch, that once we enter the UK, we become financial experts, become immigration experts, we become everything. But see,
Is that a lie?
it's the truth. But
Because so that's why we are all on different
so
lanes.
this new batch versus old batch fight that we do have.
There's no fight. There's no fight. We are just looking at you guys.
No. So you
You know that Yorùbá will say, àgbàlagbà ló máa mọ ibi tí ẹbí tọ́mọge bá ń gé àgbàlagbà máa mọ ibi tó máa wó sí.
Hey, but sometimes this is the problem. Most of the Agbalagbas have not been able to even gigi before. They've not been able to do anything. And you understand what I'm saying? Because so we have some outliers, and I admit that this new batch of Nigerians in the UK need to learn, match what they know with what you know. Which is why I'm having this conversation. Yes. Because there are a few of your old batch who have been able to start business, work professionally, and do something. There are a lot, like for every one of your own category, you will have 9 or 8 people out of 10 saying the opposite. I'll give an example. Okay. People that tell you that, you come into the UK, you say you want to do a professional work, they tell you, no, it's impossible. Don't go to that route. This is what you must do. Almost every case of someone swindling someone in the name of immigration is from the old UK batch to the new UK batch. Somebody selling because they've been in the country, they've been able to set up. I'm like, is it agency that all of you can only set up? Can't you find other business? Almost everyone you ask in Nigeria, people abroad, like immediately you buy your ticket, they see you abroad, you have made it. But if you have to ask the average Nigerian in the diaspora, there's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of struggle with finance.
Definitely.
And once people come here, then they realize that it's not what they told them it is.
Definitely.
So how do you think that is the reality, or some people just don't know what to do?
To be honest, there is a lot of mis-selling when they are telling you, UK is here, UK is like that. My first experience was that when people were telling us that when you come to the UK, there are no potholes, blah, blah, blah. As in, when I came, I went to visit my auntie in London, and there was traffic, and the bus driver told us to come down, that he is not going again. I was like, this is like Nigerian
in London.
Come down. I said, okay. I said this was it was mis-selling, but now it's just the kind of person you are yourself that will propel you to what you want to achieve.
So I've known you now for about 3 years in this UK, and you've been able to do much more for yourself, and you are willing to share. Talk us through in more detail about how to, maybe probably plan your finance and plan it in such a way that this mortgage thing can become a tool to make it. I know it's capital intensive, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Can we pick shift and do it? Like,
of course,
shift money can do it.
Of course, yes.
Shift money can do
it.
It
So you see, any money can do it. Okay. And my understanding is most people coming in now are not poor. This is the way I look at it. I advise people that comes to me, I advise them that the first thing is that because you're a first-time buyer, you have so many, as in, how would I put it now, so many benefits. Okay. As a first-time buyer. As a first-time buyer, you can pay 10% or 5% down payment to buy a property. which to me, I advise everybody that, okay, if you have a family, do that first. Set your family first. I'm talking from experience.
Find a roof over your family.
Yes, and you know that you are not going to move in the next 5-10 years.
Okay.
You know, you have to buy a big house. That's what I mean. It's not like go and buy one small house, because in the name of you want to buy more mortgage and you can grow from there.
But would that not be a problem when people then buy a house that is bigger than their finance? And
no, see, you cannot buy more than your finance, because the bank will do their due diligence to know your affordability. So with your affordability, they will tell you the amount they can borrow you,
which would influence the
kind of property you will buy.
So if you want a bigger house and it's not in central London, you can move up north.
Up north.
Okay.
So you can move anywhere, and from there you can now buy cheap houses to start investing in cheap houses. For example, let me just do, let us do some maths. Let's do some maths here. So now you have 30K that you want to buy a property. So you want to buy a 300K property. That means you are looking for like a medium size property home. Yeah. So you buy that, you're only paying 30K. I believe you'll not be paying stamp duty. And so now you'll not be paying stamp duty for now. Now you have done that. Then you can go ahead to start looking for houses of 100K, which you will now pay 25%. Now start business.
The business of mortgage now.
Mortgage, yes.
Are you saying that we can then pull money from the money that we have made on the house, on the equity on the house, and then pull that one out to go and buy this new house, or we find another money?
Okay, let me do it. Okay, it depends on your value proposition.
Okay.
You can buy a property, be strategic about it. That's where education comes in. This property thing, you can go into it blindly, but you need to be there is what they call education. You need to know where to buy, the kind of property you need to buy. What are the driving force in that area you want to buy it? So for you to do your calculation that in the next 2 years I can able to refinance this property and get money out. Let me just give you an example. So this is a new built area, for example, a canvas area now, a plain area that they just want to start developing. If you are one of the first sets that is buying in that area, you'll be cashing out. Why? Because they will do quality. When the first set of property, they'll do it well,
okay,
and they'll sell it cheap. The more they have seen people, they will increase it. And now, if you're buying a property of 300K, and in the next 1 year they want to release another batch, they might increase it to 350. So the value of that property is now 350. Yes. Okay. Now in the next 2 years they turn it to 400. That means the value of property is 400. You can refinance and get money out. Okay. So it is all about strategy. I don't go into property blind anymore. I just press my calculator. It's a
game of numbers.
It's a game of numbers. If the number is not right, no. When you're buying your own home, you must use emotion. Okay. But when you're buying investment property, you delete emotion. You use your brain. Because emotions, you need to say, this house must have this, must have that, must have that. That's your fine. Yeah.
My wife must like the kitchen.
Yeah, But now it's now investment property. You use your brain. You press the calculator. But because people come to me, I train people on property investments. When I first started training people, I never put my investment hat on. But now it's their property. Yes. I'll just support them with just analysis that is that area good. Okay. So and we will do our numbers and do a projection into the future that what's going to be the value of this property in the next maybe 2-3 to 3 years, which will now influence that, okay, can we able to get money out and put it on another property. And the way I have structured mine is that if I'm buying a property, it has to reproduce itself.
Oh, the property must give
reproduce.
back.
Yes, must give back.
Through this refinancing,
Yes, yeah.
bringing out money to buy
Yeah.
a lower quality, or this one, no emotion. You just
No
buy
emotion, yeah.
something small, then it must give back, then
Yeah.
it gives back.
So see, there are so many strategy into this property business. So, but if you are new, I advise people buy so that you can use that first time investor in as a first time buyer.
Opportunities.
Yeah, so that 50 because I want to go somewhere that now if you are buying a property of 100K because you want to buy a property, you now pay £10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now God has blessed you. You now want to move house. You'll be looking for 25%.
Because you are not the first time buyer anymore.
Yes. Now, example, you now want to buy a property of 300K. You now look for like 75K.
Can't I refinance the 100? Okay.
How much will 100K give you? If you buy 100,000, they can't give you 75K now, you know.
Okay. Do you think more of our people are getting out of struggle with this model? Because this is a business model.
Yes.
Because this, what I am about is for more of our people to go into business, like doing something. It can be you opening up a store, it can be you opening up a business, or going into mortgage as a business, like you have explained. Now, this one, you said that anyone can do it.
Anyone.
How much do you think would be the possible entry capital?
It's as low as 25,000 for investment property, though.
Oh, which is what most people save together to buy their own home. £25,000.
Yeah.
You can start your own property portfolio to have the bag.
Just you
have one. Then that one can then give back.
It depends on your strategy.
Okay.
So that's why location is important. You need to know
location 5 times
because you need to know the right place to buy. London is a great place to buy.
So it's good,
but it's expensive. Why would I go and spend my money? I say, as an investor, now. If I want to buy a property in London, you'll be looking at 300 for an investment property.
But you are not even looking at. You are not anywhere close to the Canary Wharf area.
No.
You are far.
Yeah, you're far.
You are behind Romford.
so now if you are buying there, you'll be looking at 75K.
Okay.
Now I can go as far as Leeds.
Oh.
And spend that 75K on like 3 properties.
Oh.
25K.
And have 3 properties.
3 properties. And now the nets on each property maybe is like, for example, maybe it's like 500, which is 1,500 per month net. I mean after
of course I understand.
So now which is 500, which is 500, which is 1,500.
1,500. Yes.
But in London, I might not generate that 1,500 on one property.
Oh.
And then those property can double in price, or have a huge equity. I can decide to just get equity on one.
Okay.
Rather than but in London you only have one. That's my own.
Which makes analysis. Sense. It's an Igbo approach. They are my in-laws. Igbo have the approach of sell more. It can be lower price, but sell more is in the numbers.
Yes.
They are not looking to sell one at too much price. They don't want to put too much price on one. They want to say, no, well, let me just chop small here, chop small here, chop small here. Before you know it, they don't chop plenty.
So now investment property is all about numbers. You can have one, maybe it's giving 500. But if you have 10, that's giving 5,000.
I know this is a crash course. It's a crash discussion. This was born out of some of the discussion that we had personally. Talk on the credit management.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we'll wrap this
Yeah.
up.
Credit management is that you need to know the reason why you are taking up a credit. So if you're taking up a credit card to build your credit score, which you have a valid position that you want to build your credit score, right? But if you don't manage it properly, you can ruin your credit.
Which is the common thing.
Yeah.
So how do we go?
So now it's all about get a credit card. I am an advocate of as in getting credits, but smart way.
The Bible said that the laborer is the slave to the lender.
Okay.
How do we not become the slave?
So okay, now let's go back to the rich people, like we know in Nigeria, as in okay, what's this guy? Dangote is a good example that he just built a refinery, right? How much of his money did he use? I'm not sure, but
Dangote
I know
it's not the typical
yes
to the
that is not, but he has built his credits over the years.
Okay,
so to the borrowers.
So
but now where I'm going is that when you build your credit properly, that you spend that credit and you pay back just to build your credit score, you will be able to tap into the bigger
borrowing
capacity, which is now the rich do not have money. They use the bank money and they just use the bank money. The bank take their share and they take their own.
It's funny that even Elon Musk is not using his own money to buy things. He's just buying it from the bank money. Then
they are just living on the profits.
So these are good borrowers. They are not slaves to their lenders.
Yes, they are not slaves. So now money must work for you, not you working for money. That mentality must come in. That money must work for you, not you working for money. When I first got my credit card, I was paying it back. So the money I do not have, I don't spend.
Even though you have the credit
facility,
you don't spend what you don't have to put into the credit back.
But now I spend what I don't have.
Spend what you don't have now.
Yeah.
You are chopping what belongs to Caesar.
You know, as a man, as I told you behind the scene was that my own strategy is eat your cake and have it.
Oh, so understanding your credit profile, how to work it, is eating your cake and having it.
Yes,
thank you. This is supposed to be like a 15 minutes gist. I'm sure we've gone past that time already. I hope it's blessed someone. If you have more information or question, put it under the comment section. Do you want me to direct people to you? Should there be any question?
No, if anybody has a question, they can
put it on the comments.
Yeah,
then we can ask them.
Then we can ask. Then I'm a private person, so
that's the issue. Yeah. So do you want to put that like a maybe like email or something for the training? If you have one, but if not, we can just, that's not a problem.
Answer. I can give an email on top, which is Noah owns noah.serviceapartments@outlook.com.
Even though this one is is more like a private stuff for now. There's no public class yet, but I'm sure that with what is shared, you've been able to pick some needs here and there and some points that you can work with, and some things that will challenge your mindset, because at the end of the day, what we are trying to do is to challenge your mindset, help you ask questions. Please subscribe. This is what we do here: fun, learning, business, family, and the rest of them. So until next time, bye.